Okay, here we go. And nice and live. Excellent. Okay, well, I was thinking today what to talk about on the show, and it really came to me in the spirit of Christmas. Like, what is Christmas really all about? It's all about the Guns N' Roses. That's what it is. Guns N' Roses Christmas sweater. Welcome to the Super Pilotish channel. My name's Graham Wilson, and today in my basement, I'm just going to be hanging out talking about Christmas. But first, let's light the Christmas tree. All right. I don't know how this is going to look. The tree was a little bit lower before. Let's check it out. Ooh, look at that beautiful Christmas tree over there. It looks kind of small with that lens, but oh well, there it is. And it looks kind of Charlie Brownish because it is kind of ghetto. But yeah, it's actually my girlfriend made that a few years ago. It is two. Oh no, it's one tomato cage with some lights. That some of them are broken and the lights go up. And I don't know where this little star came from, but I don't know. It's like it's a Christmas star from might have been from the dollar store. I'm not too sure, but it does the trick. Okay, let's hide this cord here. Let's look professional. Hey, we got, and this is what I really want is yeah, so I wanted to look at the chats today and see what's going on. And oh, you know what? Yeah, Akshay was talking here. Yeah, there was this plane. Well, just I was looking on just before coming on the show. I was looking on Twitter, X, and yeah, it looks like there was some plane that just crashed. But generally, everything is looking pretty good. I was checking the weather for like North America, and it doesn't seem like there's any major snowstorms. So I think it's going to be kind of a slow day in the news for North American, anyways. Like the news outlets won't be able to say, "Oh, passengers are all upset because their planes are delayed because it's like winter and sometimes it snows and stuff." But which is like totally normal. Climate change, no. Ooh, let's not get into that. But anyways, yeah, yeah. I guess there was some plane that I just saw it very quickly, and it looked like, yeah, didn't look too good. But let's not think about that today, actually. And then excellent. All right, thanks for showing up, Daniel. And Merry Christmas and have a Happy New Year. You too, actually. All right, so I really would like to have people showing up into my chat and like leave a comment. Like even if you say like Merry Christmas, I think everyone will appreciate you wishing them Merry Christmas. And what was I going to say? I lit my tree. I was going to make a list too. I usually have a little list hanging out down here. And I had light tree. I was going to do something else. Then I was like, oh, I got to go live. So, anyways, yeah, I invited a few people to show up today. We'll see if they show up in the chat. And hey, here we go. Okay, so Akshay Diwan is going to ask here, how do I celebrate Christmas? Well, sure. I kind of was going to talk about like, Christmas past and, things like that. And the feeling of cheer and stuff like that. But yeah, the Christmas is a little bit different this year because, well, I don't know. It kind of, when you're a kid, it kind of seems to be, when you're a kid, it's kind of like always the same. You kind of well, for us, we had this really, when we were kids, we had this plastic Christmas tree that would be up in the attic. I mean, every year my dad would have to go get a ladder, a rickety old ladder, and go up in the attic. And then we'd be like handing down the Christmas tree, and it just barely fit through like the hole up in the attic at the house. And you're down there, and it was always really cold up in the attic. If you're saying, oh, you're a little kid and you're looking up, wow, my dad's up in the attic. And it's like, oh, here comes the Christmas tree, and you can feel like the cold from the attic coming down. And yeah, it's kind of and then all the Christmas ornaments would be up there too. I don't know why my parents kept it up in the attic. It was kind of like an unfinished attic, kind of like my attic here in this house. But yeah, they set up the plastic Christmas tree, and each year the plastic 1970s Christmas tree was harder and harder to put up. because it was like kind of color coded. So you'd have like a pole that you'd stick, and then it had these like drilled in holes, and the you had to stick in individual branches for this plastic Christmas tree. And so it was like yeah, I guess when we were kids, we really didn't do it. But we got a little bit older, and then we would my mom would say, "Okay, you guys put the tree together." But it got harder and harder because the more you put it in year after year into these little wood holes that were in the wood, uh, basically looked like a broom handle. And every year more paint would come off, a little paint that's on the end of these little. It looks like a wire brush basically, and then it'd be like, "Is that red? I don't know. Is that green or blue? I don't know." And then you fit it in, and then sometimes it breaks. Like it seems like every year one got busted just a little bit more, so you have a saggy branch over here. And eventually, I don't know. I guess my mom switched over to getting like real trees, but by then we were kind of out of the house. But how do I celebrate Christmas? It's a little bit different now, different year to year, and but usually there's some sort of Christmas meal involved. There's always like Christmas dinner of some description, depending on who's here. My parents are down in Florida right now, and so it's just the kids hanging around, and we'll be doing that today, a little bit later, and yeah, something like that. Oh, and then there was the exchanging of the gifts. So it's like you get up in the morning and you unwrap the gifts when you're a kid and stuff like that. Don't really do that now, but like so. This is what I got from my girlfriend. She gave me this for Christmas. It was very nice of her. See, because what I did for Christmas, I said, I told her, "Merry Christmas, honey bunny. Here you go. Buy yourself something nice." And she said, "Merry Christmas, honey bunny." And then she gave me $20 too. So it's kind of like, it's nice and even, equality in the relationship. I'll just put that in my wallet. Got $20 for Christmas. It's pretty sweet. So, anyways, yeah. How do I celebrate Christmas? I don't know. Yeah, it's usually just some kind of Christmas dinner type thing. Not really big. Don't really go to church and stuff. But good question. And Shecky's in here too. All right. So, Shecky's wishing Merry Christmas to me and everyone in the chat. That is very awesome. Shecky is one of my I don't know if he's a fan, but he always comes here. So I appreciate it when Shecky shows up. And yeah, I don't know what people are doing today for their Christmases, but I don't know. Hope somebody shows up, some more people. But I've decided today that no matter what, I'm going for a half an hour, even if I just got to make stuff up. So all right, here we go. I have confirmation that Shecky is an official fan. Thank you. Whoop, there we go. And yeah, so I've made it I'm going to be here for a half hour no matter what. And I'll just think of something. Yeah, so I got my whiteboard. I could draw a Christmas tree for you. I don't know. But what was I going to do there too? Usually for my show, I like to do some kind of almost like a show and tell. Like I have something, like I got my little Bitcoin alien here that I still don't know what it is, and I don't know what to do with it. So it's not very Christmassy, but I stick it down here next to my my BitAxe miner. There we go. We'll see how this guy. We'll do a little update. This is kind of like a set it and forget it Bitcoin miner. So it's all hooked up to the Wi-Fi in my house. There's like a little tiny readout on the top, and if that says found block, then I'm retired. No, it's like the chances of that happening are about 1 in 10 million, something like that. So you never know. Might get rich. That'd be funny if it happened live. I was thinking that today. If I was like, "What? Found block? Whoa! See you guys. I gotta go check my Bitcoin wallet, see if I already got it." But okay, we'll put this over here. Still chugging away. I haven't since I plugged this in on my one show this year. I haven't unplugged it. It's just been chugging away, mining away, seeing if we can, I don't know, get some freebie Bitcoin. It doesn't cost too much to run, I think, for hydro. You can tell I'm from Ontario. Yeah, electricity there. I don't know how much it would cost, a couple pennies a month or something, but that's why your chances of getting Bitcoin is so low. But okay, yeah, and all right. Shecky appreciates my discipline. I'm here on Christmas. Woo. Yeah. Well, I appreciate that you appreciate it, man. Well, it's kind of one of those things. It's like I do try to do this. When I started doing the show, I kind of wanted to treat it like a job. So it was like Monday, Wednesday, Friday at noon Eastern, like I always say. And just so, like, I wanted to it's kind of like I was looking at. You got me thinking here, Shecky. So I was thinking, like, I've been doing this now for 2.5 years or something like that, and my subscribers are just like just slowly creeping up. But the thing is, I never want this thing to turn into a job. So you see all these YouTubers out there, and they'll spend a ton of time doing editing videos, and I did some of that a little bit, and like that's a lot of work, and you don't get any money for this, so so not at first. And even still, if you get your 1,000 subscribers to get all monetized, you still got to have enough watch hours, as they say, so that you can get monetized for this. There's this guy named Ed Lattimore. I follow. I don't know. He pops up on my Twitter somehow, and so he just recently got like he's like a famous boxer guy or something like that. And Ed Lattimore, he just recently got monetized, and I did a little X tweet post, but I still don't know what to call that stuff. So I'll use the new technology. We're going to call it X, and we're going to call it posting. Get into the new century. Yeah. So I just posted back to him. Reply is like, was it the watch hours that you were short on? And he kind of posted back, yep, it's the watch hours. So you don't really. I don't know. I figured I'm gonna do the long con on this channel. So it's like I'll do it more for the consistency, and but for a long time. So it's kind of like if everybody always says, like, if you're working out, or I noticed it playing my guitar or something like that, as long as you're like consistent on it, you will get better, and it'll just kind of grow. Your muscles will grow, your finger playing ability will grow. Just keep doing it, and then it's like that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to give it about 5 years. If things still don't really, I don't know, work here, or I get bored with it or something, then But I'm kind of giving it the 5 year shot. See how it goes. So, anyways, that's kind of my plan on my YouTube channel. So that is why I'm here on Christmas. Okay. What's this here? You can make. Can you make an agreement to give each other a hug and 50 next year? Lols. Yeah, for my. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I'll bet you. You're probably right there, Shecky. The more you give in a relationship, the more you get back. So if I slipped her a 50 or 100, I'd probably get something back. Good idea there, Shecky. I like your thinking. So, and the miracle today is that Daniel can comment. Yes, excellent. Yeah. So, anyone can comment. Say whatever you want. Oh, that was another thing that I was going to say about, like, I wasn't sure exactly what I was going to do to stretch this out to a half an hour. So I was there's like a box of like Christmas stuff over here that I got when my parents moved out of their house. And when your parents move out of the house and they downsize, well, if you're the kid, you end up getting all their junk. They throw out half their junk, they give half the junk to you, and they keep half their junk for their new place, whatever. And you know what? I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna do like what you're not supposed to do, and I'm gonna go get some Christmas stuff over there. Be right back. You can. What happened here? Oh, I dropped my Christmas present. Be right back. Okay, I have no idea what this stuff is. It's like it was on a box over there, in a box over there, and I got this like plate, and it's all I don't know. It's pretty dusty from being in my basement here. I don't know what that's all about, but that's something that's probably been sitting there for 10 years, and I have no use for it whatsoever. I'll put that over here on the floor. Okay, and then we got some box. What we got? I don't know what's in here. Some kind of Christmas thing box. We got. Okay, you got some little candle holder thing where you can put those little votive candles in there. I don't think I've ever used that. Merry Christmas. I'm going through Christmas junk in a box, and then got some kind of like Christmas tree thing that's made out of kind of glass or something. Looks nice. Glued together glass stuff. I don't know. That sat somewhere before. Merry Christmas. I don't know. So this is kind of my show and tell. And this stuff isn't really from, there's one tree. Oh, we got another tree. I don't even know if I've ever put the stuff out. We got another tree. We got a little forest going on over here. We got lots of trees. We got, now I know my mom used to collect these Santas and stuff. We got this funny little Santa guy. Nice little carved Santa. Some guy named Phil Bombardier made that, apparently. Hey, this might be worth some money if this guy's like some famous, really famous artist or something. But it looks pretty good. I couldn't carve something like that. I guess my mom must have bought these somewhere. She used to collect like Santas and put them all over the place. But like she wasn't nuts about it. Like some people are like nuts on Santa or Coca-Cola and their whole house is like that. Okay, this one looks like it broke or something. I don't know. Some other little Santa guy. I don't know. Some kind of evil pagan worshipping thing. I don't know. Oh, hey. Here we go. Oh, we got another one here. What's this? Another Phil Bombardier original. There you go. It's like Santa's smoking a pipe there. I don't know. I don't even remember seeing this thing out. Because I decorated this a little bit with Christmas stuff. A couple of years ago, I did a show. What was I talking about? Oh, I put it up on X. It was talking about what was I going to say? Talking about runways up in the North Pole, if they're magnetic or if they are true or IFR, VFR runways. Oh, and I see people popping in here in the chat. Oh, I'll take a break from my show and tell here too. I'm very happy that Roku Doggy popped in here, dude. Thanks for coming in, dude. Yeah, I was talking to him on the phone yesterday. It's my good friend, Roku Doggy. All right, very nice to see you here, dude. I'm just gonna be like pulling up comments here, and like I got no like I don't know theme today. All right, my Bitcoin miner has a forest to hang out in. True. And then Santa's smoking it. You got it, Shecky. And well, there we go. I'll tell my mom you think they look very nice there, Shecky, because she bought them. She's a little bit more of a commercialism Christmas than me. I give the gift of cash. Nothing says Christmas spirit like cash. That's very nice. Oh, we got more of these guys. Look at that. Hello. Have you been a good boy this year? Yes, Santa, I have. Oh, another Phil Bombardier. I don't know where my mom. Maybe she's. Oh, there's more of these things here, and I got like another little. We got a backup star just in case the star over here gets broken or something. I guess. What else we got? Oh, what's this thing? I don't remember seeing these before. These have probably been sitting here for like 10 years or something. I don't know. And this isn't like old stuff from my childhood. I think, I don't know, some kind of Santa here. There's that guy. Well, now I know I got like stuff I can decorate with from some box I found over there. What's this? We got a bell. Oh, check it out. Hey, an angel gets its wings. Isn't that nice? And well, this is really heavy. What's this one? It says it's a Christmas tree. Yeah, I think so. I guess so. Christmas tree. Can you read that? What do we got? I don't know. Something like that. Okay. Oh, wow. This is so cool. Okay, I got to give a super shout out here. Someone just popped into the chat. There we go. Papusas G in the house. Yes. Okay. Papusa, hey, he is one of the foremost Bitcoin educators in El Salvador. I got to see him speak at a conference there this year, and I follow him on X, and he follows me on X too. So Papusas, hey, Feliz Navidad y bienvenidos en el canal Super Pilotish. So there you go. That's what little Spanish I know. But yeah, that's so cool. You popped in there, Papusas, hey? Yes, El Salvador. There's the flag of El Salvador. That is so cool. Well, yeah, Papusas G, Papusas, hey, is yeah, he like he if you follow him on X, yeah, you'll see what he's doing. All kinds of like programming and he really works kind of more. He's a real computer genius, and he does all this stuff with like working with kids and stuff. And he's like a very good educator. He keeps the kids interested, which is I was always interested in following him there because he's got a neat way of like keeping people awake. Like he'll ask people questions, ask student questions, throw gifts at them, do things like that. So he really has a good job, a good technical grasp on computers and like Bitcoin and like how it all works, like how the guts of my this little thing here, Papusa, hey, he would know how this thing works exactly. And so I just plug it in. But no, that guy's very impressive. So I'm very glad he popped in today. Wow. It's a Christmas miracle from El Salvador. Excellent. Okay. What else do we got here? I don't know. Box of stuff. And what else could I tell you here? Oh, yeah. Okay. Shecky here says that was a napkin holder. Yes. And I don't really. Oh, there we go. El Salvador. Yeah, I guess I could kind of talk about what happened this year. I guess I have to get at least half an hour here. So I went to El Salvador actually twice this year. kind of broke the bank on that one, but it was so much fun going there in the. Went there in kind of February, March, and then went back again for like October, November. And yeah, so got to see Papusa's G down there. And but yeah, so that was kind of a big thing I did. And I also did I took a little motorcycle ride down too. I was kind of hoping that Joshua Lysek would pop in here today, but oh well, I invited him. He's probably busy. He's a busy guy. But I don't think I ever showed you guys. I got another I rode my motorcycle down to Dayton, Ohio, and I got Joshua to autograph my book here. I don't know if I showed you that before. So yeah, he Unhumans: The Secret History of Communist Revolutions and How to Crush Them. Dun dun dun. A really ominous cover. But yeah, that was kind of a neat thing there too. In this book here, he's talking about different like revolutions and stuff, like Spanish, like in Spain, how communists were fighting with Franco, and Soviet Union, what they were doing over there. And that kind of when I went down to El Salvador this year, like after reading this book, and then in the summer I read it. And then I think I read it in the summer. Yeah. And then I went down there to El Salvador again. It was kind of interesting to see how there was like all these like communist uprisings and stuff like that, where uh, somebody's like, we're poor, and maybe they were getting like kind of messed over by the capitalist dogs, or it's kind of weird. You find out, like I was hearing about how there used to be there was a civil war down in El Salvador back in the 80s, and it was kind of like the Americans in the Soviet Union were kind of playing games in their nice little country down there. And I kind of I met a few people that were like, I think they were probably kids back then. And like the way that they were saying, uh, like in the 80s, they were kids, they were kind of older guys now. And they were telling me about like what happened, like not really from what you would read in Wikipedia or the history books or something, but like what actually happened in their town when the Soviet backed people came in and started burning houses down and stuff. And it was like that kind of like that's not really talked about too much anywhere. And luckily that was a long time ago, and El Salvador is fantastic now. But it's like in this book here, they're talking about that. Then I go and I actually meet guys down in El Salvador where, I mean, this doesn't cover anything about El Salvador, a bit of Nicaragua, but it's like, wow, it's like what I read in that book got validated by someone I actually met. Oh, and then so that was kind of that was that this year. That was kind of an eye opener. And Vanessa Kitty, Merry Christmas to you too. Thank you for the comment. And yeah, Vanessa's been popping in here I was looking at was it like a show I did a couple of years ago, and Vanessa popped into the chat there, and it's like she's been popping in here on and off for a couple of years now. So thanks for the views and that. What do we got here? And Daniel's also saying watching several episodes in a row from a watch list, even if it's in the background, can add to cumulative hours. But I repeat myself. Okay. All right. Yeah, I do have, if you go to my channel, I do have a playlist. I kind of make up playlists of what is it? So all of the live streams that I do for this month or that month or whatever. Yeah, so you can go and you can just listen to me talk in my basement for a month if you want. I think I'm behind on that though by about 1 month right now. Every once in a while, I make a little playlist of all these shows. I don't know if anyone does anything with them or not, but here we go. Oh, and then we got Papoose hey. Okay, yes, we were the board. We were the board of someone else's chess game, I guess. I'm glad now it's the safest place on earth. Yeah, you're right, Papoose hey. Yeah, it's like the amount of. Actually, we'll leave that up there. Yeah, so the amount of crime that's in El Salvador is just like it's just went like it used to be really bad, and then it just went down. All the criminals they all got kind of thrown in jail, which is they're criminals. That's where they belong. So yeah, and so it is I don't know if it's the safest place in the earth now, but it has the least amount of homicides per capita of any country in this hemisphere, which is good. I felt totally safe down there, but I think it's like people say El Salvador is, it's super, super safe, and it is, but you still got to be smart about things. I mean, you don't want to be, you don't want to be like drunk at 4:00 in the morning on a back road, and there's a bunch of kids playing around over there, and they're drunk too, and I don't know, something happens. It's kind of like here in North America. Do you walk down a dark alley in the middle of the night? Nah, you probably don't want to do that there, because I mean they still have just little things like maybe the odd pickpocket, or you don't lock your car and someone goes in and takes something out of your car. That can happen anywhere in the world. So they still have that type of crime in El Salvador, but like it's pretty amazing. Like any type of gang stuff down there, they catch them fast, man. It's like I was watching on Yeah, and then so Papooses, he he agrees with me there. So yeah, there was oh, what was I going to talk about there? Crime and stuff. Ah, oh well. Crime. Oh well. Yeah. Oh yeah, that was it. So, yeah. Normally, you're walking around there. It can be like it's the sun goes down around 6 o'clock and gets up around 6 o'clock, like all year round. Yeah, plus minus 15 minutes, half an hour, but it's around 6 o'clock. It gets dark, but it's still good temperature. It's not like here it gets dark and drops another 10 degrees. It's pretty cold. But yeah, so you can go around and you'll see it's kind of a weird thing for us people in Canada or even the United States to imagine. Well, I guess Canada especially because it's colder up here is that like it gets dark and then there's like kids and parents and everyone's walking around at night and in t-shirts and it's kind of like this is weird. Like usually here, okay, it's dark, it's night, everybody's at home, they're going to bed, but it's still pretty early there when it's dark. So it's yeah, El Salvador is really awesome. Me gusta El Salvador. And yeah, your Spanish really improves down there too, because there's not too many people that like speak English, so you kind of have to, you kind of have to do you study a bit of Spanish to get by there. And yeah, very impressed. I was thinking, I don't know when I'm going to go back there again, but I will be going back there again. So that was a big thing this year. So I did my little trip down there, Oh, and then just recently I drove my parents down to Florida. So I did like a little bit of traveling this year, and that's kind of cool. Um, yeah. All right. How are we doing? Oh, I made it to a half an hour here. Okay. That's cool. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't know. I can see it on my little screen here. It says live 32 minutes. I've been doing this. I've been yakking for half an hour. Okay, well, that is really neat. Roku Doggy's also saying happy holidays, everyone. That is great. And yeah, you know what? Yeah, today's Christmas, and I got I got my little video game I got to play before going for dinner today. I got this. I think I was telling you guys about it. It's called Sortigo, and it's on this. You can play it on your phone. I don't have it here. I'd probably show it to you, but it's like I got to beat this one monster, and then it's like to get to the next level, but it's really hard. So uh, these video games, I tell you, they're tough. I don't play video games normally because I get so addicted to them. So, but I found this one on my phone, and it's like, hey, that's pretty cool. All right, so yeah, there we go. So I guess I did sort of a little year-end review of what I did here. But I was looking on the calendar, and it looks like a week from now. Let me double check to make sure I'm right. Yeah. So a week from now will be New Year's Day. So I will also be here New Year's Day, and I'll definitely be back here on Friday because I do this Monday, Wednesday, Friday at noon Eastern, even on Christmas. Okay, so Merry Christmas, everybody. Have a great rest of the day, and yeah, get out the invitations. I might have to do something about that. Uh, yeah, it's just like, how much work do you want to do? But anyways, that's cool. All right, there we go. You are welcome, Shecky, and I will definitely give my girl a hug. You betcha. It'll be from me, not from you, though. Okay. Yep, I'll be back on Friday, and yeah, we'll just kind of shut her down. So, Merry Christmas, everybody, and thank you for watching. Bye.